And welcome everyone to a Scout Summon Entertainment Reforged replay. Today's a nice 5v3 from TotalWar #1, who's a fellow YouTuber, so go and check out his channel. Before we get started, if you'd like to support my work, there's a PayPal option, subscribe star, Patreon, and Streamlabs donation link in the description below, along with various methods you can use to contact me with to send through either Reforged replays or Napoleon Total War replays or Warhammer replays, just to name a few. However, that's an option for you, then please remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, tick that bell for notifications, and leave your own thoughts about the battle in the comment section below. And with that, let's get in with this replay. So, Total War's command the realm of Lattice, so we'll start with his army first, and we'll call out his allies as we see them, as they're all mixed out throughout Moria. So we've got some Brunei River Wards, 2 units of Lattice Guardians, second unit of Brunei River Wards. Now, Total War's adopted defense in this area of the gate. Usually defenders don't deploy here, so we'll see how well that pans out. Next we have some Elden Swordmasters, looks to be 2 units of them. We have his ally, Proxima Centauri, commanding the realm of Lotharion, who has, I think, 2 units of, one unit here of Lorien Spearmen and Lorien Axemen. Over here we've got, I think, 2 units of Elder Spearmen. Behind them, Guatai Marindane, Lorien Spearmen, 2 units of Elder Council, Javelin unit, very good, watch out for them. We've got 2 units here of Lorien Axemen, we've got some Lorien Archers. We have some Norrentina Warriors, 2 units, 2 units of one unit here of Norrentina Warriors, 2 units total, yep. Some Archers of Rivendell, some Lorien Archers. Next we have some Norrentina Warriors, couple units there, some Archers of Rivendell, some Lorien Archers, and some March Wardens of the Wood, Elder Archers, and Seren Emoth Rangers, along with some Kindred of Celeborn. So a lot of firepower here. These are elves, this is their area of expertise, makes sense to bring a lot of them. Next we have some Lattice Sentries, great pike unit, good for holding small choke points, 2 units of them. A catapult, belonging to Total War. In the Citadel we have some Guatai Arthane, some Lorien Swordmasters, a couple of units there, some Lorien Warriors, some Karas Calhoun Guardians, and the final ally, Erebor, commanded by Lalen, 2030. He's got some Obsidian Guard here, along with a second unit of Seren Emoth Rangers. In Balin's Tomb, are there any units? No, no one's guarding poor Balin. Over here, we got some Ironfoot Halberds, some Ironfoot Axe Throwers. Good unit to have up here, especially if the enemy does come up this way. Next, we got some Erebor Legionnaires, along with some Ironfoot Axe Throwers, Ironfoot Warriors, Ironfoot Spears. We have some Ironfoot Halberds, Ironfoot Spears, and Ironfoot Warriors. Now, crossing the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, gotta be careful with the camera here, it's gonna cause havoc. We have some Ironfoot Halberds, Erebor Legionnaires, Lorien Warriors, Axe Guard Erebor, more Lorien Warriors. Up here, we have Ironfoot Crossbows, 2 units, along with some Watchers of the Golden Wood, Sons of Durin, Highborns of Erebor, and some Dragon Slayers of Ered Mithrin. But funnily enough, I haven't seen any Blacklock Engineers. I'm not to say there isn't any, I just haven't seen them yet. So we'll keep an eye out for them. We also have some God Helm NUR embedded in here too. Alrighty, our first attacker is Orcs of the Misty Mountains, commanded by Grizzly Fox. He's got some Heavy Goblin Halberds here, quite a few units actually, maybe 3 units, maybe 4. Some Blackbat Mountain Berserkers, Cave Trolls, Drake Broodlings, Snow Trolls, some Heavy Goblin Infantry, Heavy Goblin Spears, more Spears, I think maybe 3 units of Spears total. I don't see too much more than that. Possibly some Crossbows, possibly some Archers, I just can't make it out right now, there's just so many units grouped up together. Really thought there'd be more than that. There's definitely some Cave Troll Drummers for sure. We'll look out for any additional units later, I think. The Drake Brilliance, I think he'll try to use them like the Blackguard Barad-dûr to ball over the enemy and maybe smash through a strong defense, so we'll see if that works out. Next, we have Rudar, commanded by Trainer. We've got some Dunman Spearmen here, along with some Dunman Hunters, possibly a couple of units. We got some Etamor's Troll Hunters. quite a few units actually of Etimore's Trolls, maybe 3 of them. We have some Rudar Clansmen, a couple of units, some Herodane Pikemen, Rudar Swordsmen, a few units there. Hard to spell or spot who's who there. We've got some more Dunman Spearmen. I wouldn't be surprised to see some Richmond Slavers, Trollshore Axe Throwers, maybe some Forodum Javelins as well. Usually they're a famous staple to bring of Rudar, so we'll keep an eye out for them. Our third attacker, Rune, commanded by once again MP Beckamy. He's had a bit of training here on Rune, so should be getting pretty good with it. We have some Eastron Crossbows, 2 units, some Eastron Clansmen, not armoured up whatsoever, some Bathclop Tribesmen, along with some Eastron Crossbows, a 3rd unit actually, armoured up. We have some Loke Flag Rim, a couple of units there, maybe make that 3. Dragon's Wrath Guildsmen, 2 more units of Bathclop Tribesmen, 1 unit of Bathclop Sapphire Bladesmen, 3 units of Loke Gamp Rim, 1 unit of Loke Narim, Dragon's Breath Cannon. I am very curious to see how he uses that. Although if he does get it inside, it should help the attackers on that ramp, because that ramp is usually used by a lot of archers for the defenders. If that Dragon's Breath Cannon put them under a lot of pressure, could really help out with the assault. So we'll see. Next we have Joran, commanding Numenor, who actually played Numenor against me in a recent battle that I actually just did a replay for. So Joran's also getting some practice here on Numenor as well. We have some Remena Nadukadar, some Remena Barabrim, more Nadukadar, I think 4 units of Remena Abadrim, some 3 units of Seafarers and Nindamos, Pharazim Swordmasters, Naranara Sentinels, and Royal Legion of Manalos. Decent army, not too many archers units, but then again it is Moria. The attackers don't tend to do very well here with archer units. And the final attacker is Angmar, commanded by Irish Gunner. We've got some Angmar halberds here, the famous witches, some orc fellas, Trolls of Gundabad, which I think are better, much better than Trolls of Angmar. But in a siege, sometimes you need just a lot of trolls to break through the lines, so I'm surprised he didn't bring the Trolls of Angmar. But he did bring the Black Quatch Legion, 2 units, very valuable, will be required here. We have some Angmar halberds, Snaga Stalkers, a couple units of Guardians of Carandum, armoured up, Black Quatch Legion also armoured up, which I didn't say before. I think we've got 3 units here of Angmar Marauders as well, but mainly cannon fodder kind of units. No Witchron Pikemen. A bit unusual, but we'll see. But for now, let's get this siege started. Enjoy. Now we will do a small cut here as the attackers have a long way to go to march and the gates need to be knocked down. So we'll come back once the assault begins on either side first. See you soon. Okay guys, looks like Joran was thinking about throwing a volley before, but he stopped himself, or maybe they're out of range. Either way, it's raining outside as you can see. Let's have a quick look. And it's raining inside! That's the power of Middle-earth for you. Anything can happen. It can rain even inside a mine. That is really weird. Okay, weirdness aside. I really am struggling to get over that, rain inside the mine. Anyway. Okay, the gate's down, but Trainer's actually still got to knock down his gate, sorry. I stopped it before and came back because it looked like Joran was going to go in before, but he's not. We also saw some Adudium Shadowbows, but we'll see you guys again shortly. Okay, MP Beckamy is loading up his crossbows, and we got the dwarves hovering outside the gate. Looks like they got planned to charge out. And they're targeting the Ironfoot spears. We got Dragon's Wrath Guildsmen here. MP Beckamy getting some really good hits here. Then again, I think all that Larlan has to do is just get his troops just below this hill here, and it'll act as a perfect shield for him. Crossbows are good, but they're not that good. I won't be able to lob perfectly down there. But what's interesting is Larlan's just left his troops here to be soak up the ammo from the crossbows.
The walls are no longer ours. The enemy have taken them.
Now MP's just marched up his crossbows a little bit more, just to sort of take that archway out of the equation to make sure as many bolts can hit the enemy, or has a chance to hit the enemy. It doesn't hit the top of that archway there. Okay, he shifted targets. I think the dwarves need to get up here on the hill. It could be wrong, but as we can see, crossbows are getting hits on them right here. This is really good here for MP. He has a chance to do a lot of damage here with little risk and all the reward. Okay, what's Solider going to be doing here? Okay, he's moving his troops up to the hill here. Yeah, look, positioning the troops here has got to be the way to go. Then again, he can easily just take out the Iron Foot Warriors, and why not? They're on the front lines. They're easy kills. They're essentially just a holding unit anyway. Yeah, we'll see what he does here. Looks like he's halting their fire. They're not firing. Alright, Angmar's arrived. Irish is in the house. Or outside the house, I should say. We got... This is a bit odd here for Total War. We got Trollshore Axe Throwers getting a lot of good kills here on the Lattice Guardians, all doing a lot of damage to this unit. Okay, he's halted their fire. Who are they shooting at? Can't be shooting. Probably better to bring up some javelins, maybe. What are you going to bring up now? Okay, there seems to be a bit of confusion here. Orcs in the Misty Mountains have arrived on scene, but there doesn't need to be any plan in place to move in. Okay. Erebor's moved up, driven off the crossbows. MP should just take them out. Okay. They're winding up. And they're not in loose formation yet. Where are they going? Better hurry up. Okay, good kill. We've got Joran moving in. He's the first one to send in some infantry. Okay, crossbows are at the ready. So the defender's plan looks to be to bring the attackers back to this hill here and then start peppering them with the crossbows. Maybe. I think Joran's just sent in this unit of Nodokadar to sort of act as a barrier between them and the crossbows. But he's got to get him out of loose formation. And the Nodokadar should do very well here. Remember, this unit is damaged from earlier crossbow fire. And they're down to half strength. Okay, here we go. I wouldn't be too surprised if he was firing on the crossbows here, so we'll see. Oh, he's going after the blob of troops here. Nicely done. Can't fault it. So rough start there for Lyland. Great start for MP. Okay. What are these guys doing? Maybe Lawrence should just charge forward, try and drive him out. Irish is sending up some Angmar Marauders. This should encourage the defenders to start firing back soon. Of course, Larland is strangely grouping up his crossbows here. This isn't the best idea. And remember, I think Lotharian has his watches here as well. There's the Blacklock Engineers, they do exist. Yeah, so I wonder what Proxima will do. Proxima's always got to wait and use them at the right time, of course, but I'm surprised there's not any other archer units over here. They're all on the other side, it would seem. Now this is strange. Joran's pulling out. Okay, Total War's also pulled out here. This was a big missed opportunity, I think, for the attackers to come in the gate. With Total War up here, and him charging in, all the defenders would be there pretty much at the gate's mouth, making it very difficult for their archers to fire in to the attackers as they came through. I think the attackers could have used that cover really well, and the defenders would have struggled to get some decent hits on them. They could have damaged the front line defense quite a lot, with little risk of an enemy arrow fire, or javelin fire, or even axe throwing fire if that's possible. I don't think they have any axe throwers here. Alright, Val's really picking up speed here. Okay, crossbows have drawn out their daggers. Okay, so we've got one unit from each team, really. We've never seen that before happen. One unit from each team on the front lines battling away. Joan with the Nandakadar, Irish with his Marauders, MP with his crossbows. Usually one player uses his army to go in first, but this time each of the armies sent one unit up first. And already they've pretty much destroyed one unit of 1-foot warriors. We've got some 1-foot halberds moving in as well. And some 1-foot spears, also heavily depleted. It's 8% to 2%. Heavily in favour of the attackers. You don't see that every day so early. Now we've got some big heavy hitters here, some legionaries. And we have the Witches of Angmar being brought up. That's a little bit too early for them. What else is up here? Snagar Archers. Kindred of Celeborn firing on the Witches. They're pretty bloodied up. They've lost one Witcher already. Come on. Now I made the mistake of saying this a lot before, but Kindred of Celeborn does not have body piercing ammunition. It's a tri-shot. Okay, we've got axe throwers firing in. It's taking out the Snagar Archers pretty quickly, actually. But it looks like the Snagar Archers' plan is just to do damage on the crossbow units. Okay, I've got the Dragon's Breath cannon being moved up. He's moved up to the mouth. And looks like he was trying to fire it before, but maybe he can't fire it through the gate there. keep an eye out for that. Attackers still pushing their way forwards. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, that could be very good. Oh, I just missed them. Went over all their heads. That one didn't. But it did have the desired effect. It did push the defenders back. I don't know, maybe he should stop firing it. It's not really worth it anymore. Not since the crossbows withdrew anyway. Airborne Legionaries are running out of steam. Snaga Stalkers, pretty much a meat shield. They're good to soak up that axe fire, that's for sure. Okay, what we got going on? We've got Goblin Infantry at the mouth. Don't know what he's trying to do there. Okay, so Total was just inviting them in, just waiting. Dragon's Breath Cannon firing up again. I'm not really sure what he's hoping to do here. Axar is withdrawing, yeah. Okay, it's pretty much victory here for the attackers. Well, at the front line. Sorry, pretty much victory for the attackers at the first battle of the gate, of the east gate. You got halberds here. The defenders don't have crossbow or any archer support in place. So far, they're not doing too much. The attackers out here are not doing anything. What are they waiting for? We're just under halfway through this battle, and the battle still hasn't even started on this side of the gate. Sorry, on this side of Moria. So, you know, what is the plan here? And why is their allies on the other side doing all the work? Okay, we got some Bathclub tribesmen here. Now, I don't know why Larland's allowing this.
We're being attacked.
We got a handful of halberds moving up. Good work. That's crazy. Okay, Unfoot crossbows moving up again. If the Dragon's Breath cannon fires, it could take out a lot of friendly units. And we've got some Barrow Whites moving in that we didn't see before. Nadakudar from Irish should be sent in. I don't know why he's holding them back. Bathclub tribesmen should be brought up to fire in the jamming so they can easily lob their shots over the hill here. and into this blob. And the goal is to do damage, not just to get kills with your javelins, guys. Remember that. You want to damage the enemy too so you can kill them faster, and javelins would go a long way to do that. We always say the Achilles heel of all the dwarven factions are axe throwers and javelins. Even crossbows to a degree. But to really battle the dwarves, to give your infantry a chance, you've got to weaken them. And you weaken them with your missile units, with your axe throwers and your javelins. They'll do the most damage fast. And with the dwarves, you kind of want to try and damage them as fast as you can so you can kill them easily later. To face them at full strength is almost suicide if you're not a dwarven faction. Even the elves struggle against them. Not seeing any movement there on the west gate. Oh, he's brought up the witches. Good target. Took out a lot of the axe guard of Erebor. Maybe it's best to halt his fire. Don't know if he will or not. He could be trying to fire them. But maybe they don't have line of sight. As we'd like to point out here at Scouts, the witches are very particular with their line of sight. I think it's time to pull back. They're being targeted now by the crossbows.
It is coming for us.
I think the attackers on the other side are just a bit too nervous because there's only two armies there. Famously enough, those two armies on that side tend to struggle a bit. What they're hoping for is for their allies to put enough pressure on the defenders for the defenders to send over additional resources and weaken their defense on that side to give them a bit of a better fighting chance, I suppose. That could be the plan. It's a bad plan because it's just allowing the defenders here to focus down the enemy. But we'll find out whether or not this is a bad plan or not. Okay, cave shot drummer's being targeted. So we've got Goblin Infantry retreating from Grizzly Fox, now they're coming back in again. I'm not sure what they're planning on doing. We've got Cave Trolls hovering outside the entrance. Looks like Total War's about to face his real first test. Although I think he does have his ally backing him up. Yeah, Proxima has some units over here. Oh. Okay, Cave Troll's a little bit bloodied up. Alright, head back over. Okay, Ironfoot crossbows targeting the Barrow Whites. Barrow Whites will suck up a bit of ammunition. Barrow Whites are pretty tough to kill, they're not easy. And we got lightning inside of Moria. This is absolutely insane. If anyone can fight up an uphill battle effectively, it's the dwarves. And we've got some Ironfoot warriors coming to reinforce the front lines. Belkop Tribesmen should be able to target the Ironfoot warriors. Kindred of Celeborn could really do some damage if they wanted to. Now, Larland has stopped firing with these crossbows because they don't really have a good angle compared to the ones on the top. This will definitely reduce the risk of friendly fire by almost 100%. We've got Blackwatch Legion coming in. But RS's big mistake is there is no reinforcements to back up their push. So even if they push in, there's no force to follow them in to hold this position. They're gonna gain this ground and lose it just as quickly as they gained it. Unfortunately, that's a rookie mistake. He should have told his allies he was going in with the unit Blackwatch. See, look, now they've fallen. The unit's being cut down to ribbons. They're down 20. They're dropping very, very fast, and there's no units to reinforce the ground that they've gained. And they're seconds away from losing it. Actually, it looks like this unit Blackwatch wasn't armoured up. It looks like a brown tinge. Brown tinge tells you that they're not armoured up. For some reason I thought they were. Nothing. No units coming in. That was a big waste on the attacker's part. MP and Jaran really should have followed him in. Or RS should have sent up a unit of Guardians of Khandum to follow them in. That didn't really accomplish anything. The whole purpose of a pushing unit is just to break through. They're not actually good at fighting. They won't last long. Their purpose is to break through hard lines, like the dwarves have right here. And they're meant to be backed up by reinforcements to hold that ground that they gain. We've got Watchers of the Golden Wood here firing in down as well. That's a bit funny. Okay, the attackers still yet to really advance at all on this side. Don't know why they're not sending any units to wipe out those goblins. Anyway, no movement yet. More than halfway through this, and we've got another unit of crossbows here. Fortunately for these crossbows, the barrel whites are acting as a meat shield of sorts.
It is coming for us.
And our Proxima will probably have to withdraw these guys. Yeah, crossbows will do a number on them. But the Watchers can just turn around now and fire directly into the crossbows if they wanted to. They don't have to retreat that far. Time to switch targets to the Kindred MP. Here it comes. Yeah, that's a mixture of archer fire and crossbow fire. And the general's in that unit too. Yep, he is. Ah, Proxima a little bit lucky there. Now we've got halberds, we've got axe throwers, we've got more axe throwers. The attackers could just simply push through. I mean, there's no ranges here to fire on them. There's Kindred of Celeborn, sure, there's Watchers of Golden Wood, but if they move fast enough, they can break through, get across the bridge, move the crossbows up to target the lines of dwarves there, axe throwers, and drive them back. They're just going to time the push. If they time the push well, they can get through here with minimal casualties. And I think the defenders need to bring up additional archers just to reinforce this area. Maybe Lalon's doing this because they got the shields on the back and maybe that protects them extra somehow. They lost about 5 in that volley. Three in that one. Okay, now we've got more reinforcements coming in from MP. Now the Blacklock engineers, they'll probably be keeping an eye on this for the big push. If the alarm moves the Blacklocks at just at the right moment, that could really wipe out pretty much this entire attacking army. Like I said, when the attackers move, they've got to move quickly. Okay, we've got Ironfoot halberds that are running across the bridge. MP should probably switch to the halberds. I think he's done that. He switched targets. We've got Sons of Durham being brought up. This would be a good target here for the Balthcov tribesmen and the crossbows. What do we have here? Whoa, what's that? Oh, the cannon targeted the Blacklocks. And took out a bunch of them. Blacklock engineers down to 25. Looks like it took out almost 15. I guess the cannon was worth bringing after all. Sons of Duran, Lalan's got to get him out of there. It's 24 to 21. Sons of Duran taking some hits. What's going on now? Okay, Grizzly Fox has made his incursion. Diamond Hunter's down to 34, so it looks like the elves did a number on him. Troll Drummers down to 6. They probably should move to the sides here. They don't have to stand there, they can stand out safely behind the walls here and just boost morale that way. They don't have to be so exposed. They've got the halberds. I think they broke. Oh, the infantry broke. Halberds are steady, 119. Okay, they're wavering now. Norantir's moved up just to try and break them, I think. Snugget skirmishers firing to the flanks. Okay, got a fresh unit of halberds coming in. Looks like Rudar's sending in some swordsmen now. halberds here are clogging up the entrance. Don't know what Grizzly's doing leaving these halberds there. March Wardens of the Wood getting a lot of kills. Still got a lot of troops out here. But the elves really do appear to have this covered. Okay, TotalWar's withdrawing his elves, his guardians. Cave trolls are a little bit bloodied up. Guardians head back into the fight. Defenders have tons of troops left over. Cave trolls withdrawing again. I'm not sure what the attackers are trying to do here. They don't know which way they're coming or going. I don't know. Whoa! Holy smokes, massive hit there against the defenders. That came straight from the runic cannon. Nice arc shot all the way up here. They took out TotalWar's general. And a bunch of the Obsidian Guard as well. Huge casualties from the Great Day Arthanes. What a hit! I think TotalWar will just be just as stunned by that as I am. Now, I think the mistake here was Blacklock engineers could have been sent up to shoot the troops as they crossed the bridge. Like send up the halberds to hold the Guardians in place, bring out the Blacklocks to take these guys out. Or the reinforcements as they come through. It takes time to fire the runic cannon, and even then, it's not 100% guaranteed they're going to score a hit. You've got to take the chance sometimes. But I don't understand why London isn't moving these troops into position. Irish is clearly gearing up for an assault. Okay, we've got Trolls of Gundabad. Joran sending up his men. And the land's defense is collapsing here on the bridge. Sorry, on the ramp. Yeah, they're running out of troops. It's not looking too good for the defenders so far. 34-27. Things were looking up for them, but sort of took a turn for the worse pretty quickly. Especially with that Dragon's Breath cannon getting a shot like that. Nice arc. See, one runic shot, one kill. See, this is where the Blacklock engineer, this is where Blacklock fire could be invaluable. We've got so many troops now coming across. The lands should be taking advantage of this. Oh, this is a huge missed opportunity. And MP's one lucky dude. I don't know why Lyle didn't do that. He could have sent up his men and fired his Blacklock into this massive blob and took out all these troops. The land's moving in now. This should force the defenders on the other side to fall back some troops. Alright. Now what could be going on here is the way that Lowland set this up is sort of funneling the attackers through. It really gives the Black Engineers a nice line of fire here. We've got Ironfoot crossbows down to 27. MP's chasing him with his flag rim to make sure they can't fire. So he needs some reinforcements here to hold these flag rim at bay while he turns around and fires. If he shoots here, he could get a nice arc all the way down the hill. It's a big if, I know, but he's got to try something to turn this around. And these crossbows, they need infantry to hold these choke points, not archer units. Big mistake. Lowland should have these troops out of loose formation into the tight formation on the hill here. Get a unit to hold the enemy at bay while he shoots with his crossbows down to the hill as the enemy comes up. You can get a lot of kills that way, but they're not doing it. They're setting up their crossbows, but with no backup, no reinforcements, nothing to hold the enemy at bay. All these troops here are broken. Crossbows definitely had... Sorry, the Ironfoot crossbows definitely had ammunition left over. Oh, there goes the catapult. Alright. Grizzly's going with the Ironfoot crossbows now. Not the Ironfoot crossbows, the heavy goblin crossbows, my bad. You shouldn't be firing there. The defenders on this side had plenty of troops left over to hold this choke point. They need reinforcements up the top. The attackers broke through pretty effectively. See, where the hell's the Blacklock Engineers? I'm sorry, Lowland, but this is a big missed opportunity right here. Blacklock Engineers can wipe out most of this army right here, right now. The attackers are so vulnerable, it's killing me that the Blacklocks aren't being used here. No. Here comes the cannon. Lucky. Oh man. Can do it at Caliber and watches the Golden Wood. They could have been here firing at the troops as they advanced. I mean, they've got massive blobs here. The defenders just aren't taking opportunities as they're presenting themselves. I mean, look, Proxima's got his rangers here. They're in a good position to shoot at the enemy as they come up the hill here. But the Blacklocks could have taken care of that whole army by themselves. Oh damn. No, that's just what happens sometimes. They got some strategies in their heads, and then you gotta. When someone forms a strategy, they tend to want to stick to it. So maybe they've got a strategy in mind and they're sticking to it. I don't know. Now, this is a pretty good fight here from the Snagger skirmishes. Now, I will say that Grizzly Fox Grizzly Fox and Trainer have done a nice job at making the elves expend their ammunition. And so I think the Snagger skirmishers did considerable damage on their defensive line. But, you know, as I say that, Proxima still has plenty of ammunition to spare, but he's just not using it. Crossbows here, from Grizzly down to 37. And that's why the heavy goblin crossbows are going for this target. I mean, we've got a fresh unit of elves right here they can shoot at. And TotalWar's got to get his elves into the fight. They're too far out. You get your forces closer into the fight by just constantly clicking on the enemy, telling them to run in. Just click on the run symbol. You got to be very I won't say proactive, but efficient. No, efficient is still the wrong word. You just got to keep pressing it. You guys got to be repetitive. You just got to press the function until the unit does what you want it to do. Sometimes they just need a push. And unfortunately, you need to click in the enemy and press run. You got to try and make them run into the enemy all at once. Sometimes a unit will hit. One or two men that run out in front will hit the enemy, and then the whole unit will stop. And you don't want that. As soon as you see that, you want to try and get the whole unit into the fight. Because the other unit, like 2/3 of the unit hanging back is exposed to javelin fire and crossbow fire and archer fire. It can be devastating to the entire unit. So you want to try and get them onto the fight quickly to use your enemy as a shield. Okay, now we've got the archers firing in. And we've got the skirmishers dropping pretty quickly now. Now, what is happening up here? Okay. We've got elderly archers out of ammunition. Where are the rangers? We've got the rangers right here. Why isn't Proxima firing? Okay, when I was sent this, I was told no one desynced or anything like that. I don't understand what's going on here. Okay, we've got the Black Clocks loading up. Where is Proxima's attention? There we go. This could turn things around big time for the defenders. Come on guys, pour in the ammo, pour in the shots now. Get the Seren and Emerald Rangers firing, Proxima. Yeah, that's good. That's good defensive fire from the Black Locks. Unfortunately, Leyland stopped firing. Why did he stop firing? Did he run out of ammunition? Nope. What are they thinking? Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, which has destroyed pretty much this entire unit of Karas Kalahon's Guardians. I think Irish might lose all these witches here. Which is being marked down to 3. Oh, they'll save 1 at least. 2. 3. Okay, they saved 3. Oh. Better communications needed here between Leyland, Proxima, and TotalWar. They're not communicating with each other. Okay, the Seren Emerald Rangers are firing in now. Okay, we've got Elder Council coming in from Proxima. The Blacklocks should be firing. I don't know why they're not. I'm going to see some fire from the Rangers. I don't know, maybe Lightning's away from the keyboard, I don't know.
It is coming for us.
But despite all this, the defenders appear to be holding. And they have plenty of troops left over. The Rangers from Proxima are now firing, so he's definitely not desynced. They've been firing for some time. I think this is the second battle in a row I've seen Rune not bring the Camul's Chosen. I don't know. We've got Watchers of the Golden Wood here. Lauren and Swordmasters. I think reinforcements are needed. The attackers are going to break through here any second. The Rangers need to turn around. We got Laland moving up his Blacklocks. Okay. Now, Laland definitely, I don't think is desynced at all because he's not running in his crossbows.
Our ally lies dead, slain by the enemy. We must help his men avenge him.
And I don't know, maybe they can't fire. Okay. Whoa, nice hits. Okay. Blacklock Engineers now can fire. Come on, fire, dude. Fire, 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 fire. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You might get one shot. One. Maybe not. That's it. Nah, they missed their chance. They're running back. Larland is not broken. Rangers need to get out of there. So it looks like he was just conserving ammunition the whole time. Oh, nice hits. Was that from the Rangers? Yep. Certain Emerald Rangers 27. A fresh unit was here. Okay, so he had 2 units here. Blacklocks, they're under fire. And Godhelm are getting hits. Okay, so the attackers are running out of steam. I mean, there's still plenty of troops here. Loveland's getting his Blacklocks out of there. Okay. Alright. Looks like the attackers broke through to a degree. I think for the most part the defenders gave up this area. It's 67-53 now. Trollshore Axor is down to 69. Nice hits. Oh, beautiful hit. Now the Council is trying to use up all their javelins. The attackers are moving through, but probably not fast enough. Cannibals still getting a lot of hits on them. The Drake Brethren could have really silenced these guys if they wanted to. I think that was a mistake there on Grizzly Fox's part. And our council's used up all their ammunition, so it doesn't matter now if they take them out. But the Drake Brilliant, I think the Drake Brilliants could really end this quickly. They just need to get in there, knock over the enemy troops, and then the attackers will just wipe them out. See? Now they need to run this way and knock all the troops on the ground. He's doing it. Yeah, Grizzly knows what he's doing. See, look at that? See how quickly they're taking them out.
We've lost control of the castle. We've captured the enemy's general. That'll teach the cowardly dog to turn tail and run.
I'm not sure whose general that was. Okay, snow trolls are there. There's still a lot of snow trolls left. They're pretty bloody though. We've got rangers. Rangers need to move to a better position. And what happened to the Blacklocks? We saw them run down here before. I don't see them anywhere. Oh, it's a shame he didn't run the Blacklocks down here. Oh, that sounded big. Oh, the Backlash Sapphire Bladesman still throwing the jabbies, taking out pretty much all the Swordmasters. Both of them are down to 27. 80 to 61. There's the Blacklocks.
Only half our force remains. Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
God Helm under fire. Don't think the Blacklocks can fire yet. I think the defenders need to retreat a little bit. Force the attackers to come inside and get the Blacklocks to take him out. Oh, I just missed. We're targeting the Dragon's Breath Cannon. Maybe they're out of ammunition now.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Well, the Elves have a strong defense here. TotalWar's been holding firm there. We've got what's left of Larland's band and Lothorian up here. We've got Adunim Shadowbows. They haven't seen all battle, they're down to 73. They still have their bows out. They could fire in theoretically and take out the Blacklocks. Only a few thousand frames left. It's probably not worth it. Just keep your troops out of the centre. Don't waste ammo on the Dragon's Breath cannon. 86 to 64.
Our men no longer command the castle.
The Dray Brilliants here, trying to puncture through. They should be able to. There you go. And now they're munching on the elves. Got the Rangers firing in. And the attackers are broken through on the other side. Oh, let him fire MP just once. Nah, he's not going to do it. Ah, nicely done, MP. No one desynced. Not judging from what we saw. But I can't follow their strategy. There was a lot of missed opportunities there. (91-68). Here comes the Drake Brewlings. Now we've got players admitting defeat. I think that was Lowland that admitted defeat. I think we'll fast forward to the end, guys. I think it's only a matter of time before we see the last of them fall. I think it's going to end here.
The enemy is no longer in command of the castle. Our foolish general has thrown his life away. Perhaps our
That's unfortunate.
Our men have fought long and are becoming tired.
100% to 69. Congratulations to the attackers, Joran on 708, MP Beckamy 13, 1046, Trainer 309, Grizzly Fox 940, Irish Gunner 861. Well done to TotalWar on 2279, Lowland 1230 on 2258, and Proxima Centauri 1867. Now looking at the kill count for TotalWar. The God Helm got 117, Batho Arthane 101, Archers of Rindale 278, Norrentina Warriors 186 and 220, Eldenwy Archers 284, Eldenwy Swordmasters 152 and 217, and Matter of Sentries, one unit got 188, the other one only got 36, so something happened there. And the Catapult got 116 kills. Now, two things that went really wrong there for the defenders. Firstly was Lowland and Proxima not using their Rangers or Blackhawk Engineers to take out the huge massive blob as they came into the Citadel. I want to know what happened there, guys, so please post a comment in the description below about describe what was happening at that moment, because I really want to know what went wrong and why you didn't fire. Or the second thing, which was way out of the defenders' control, was the brilliance of that bloody Dragon's Breath cannon. They got that awesome arc shot into the Citadel, took out a lot of elite troops there from the defenders. There is no way I think anyone could have imagined the Dragon's Breath could get that kind of hit. So people will in the future though. So well done to MP for that. Thank you to TotalWar for sending me this replay. I think Lowland sent me a Moria replay. I think this one could be it as well. I'll double check that. But thank you to both players for sending me the replay. This is Scouts of Entertainment signing off. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye.